my mom was itching to shave my head. So she was like, Debbie, you need to cut your hair because it's not growing, it's damaged, da da da. I don't know even how she convinced me. But she said, Debbie, pass the clippers and put it on low level. Welcome back to In the Midst podcast. I'm Debbie.
And I'm Kia.
And we are super excited to have you guys join us on another episode, which is episode 6, where we're going to be gisting about hair, which is going to be a much more lighthearted conversation.
Definitely. We've been talking about a lot of heavy stuff that's like so awkward on feeling the awkwardness on camera. So we're just like excited to actually talk about something more lighthearted.
And just kind of gisting about it, which is going to be really great. So as well, if you don't know, not only are we on the podcast platforms, but we are also on YouTube. So make sure you check us out there. And also follow us on Instagram, In the Midst Pod, where we're having a lot of great discussions. And just want to have more interaction with you guys and more feedback as to what you're looking for, what you want to hear from us, what kind of discussions you want us to have. So yes, make sure you're doing that. So let's get into our discussion about hair. Oh yeah. Oh man, it's a lot of but
then now it's like it's
uphills. There's been some tears, there's been some desires to shave off that but
to revisit your childhood.
Oh yes.
Yeah. No, but I guess we'll just give a quick overview. So we're going to be talking about our hair experiences as children, like throughout high school, throughout university, as adults, and just like the ups and downs of that, the experiences of good hairdressers and not so good hairdressers. Yeah, but we're just going to go into that. So yeah, we're excited.
Yes, let's do
What did your child look like? What did your hair journey look like in your childhood? What was your relationship with your hair as a child, Deborah?
Oh man. So for this topic, I had to just kind of refresh my memory as to what was it like? One thing about me is that I block a lot of trauma. Like I block a lot of things that I don't like to remember. And like literally my memory is not the best because I'm like, wait, I'm learning to, get through that. But anyways, so I looking at my older photos, so when I was like 2, 3, 4 years old, I remember I would have like a little fro. And so understanding now how like our hair grows, I was like realizing my mom had no business taking care of my hair. Like my mom loved to cut and shave my head.
Dang.
Like clearly it was a thing of like convenience for her or something, but she was shaving my head all the time because 2, 3, 4 years old, I always had like a little small fro, and not a small fro a fro that was even.
You think it was buzzed. Like it wasn't a shrunken state of hair. It was
not a shrunken. It was cut and then it's growing out now into a little, So it was kind of cute.
You were so cute though.
It was kind of cute. Like maybe we'll input little pictures and stuff here, but it was cute. But then and then there was also moments as well. I remember going to daycare and she would. My mom would, braid my hair here and then. And I think probably I didn't enjoy the process too much because my mom also wasn't fully knowledgeable on taking care of my hair at that time. Because I have very, on the scale, we'll talk about the hair texture scale, 4Z. Yeah. So, but I have very, not even thick hair. And that's the thing. There's so much that you learn about it. It's not that my hair is thick. I have fine
dense.
Yeah, I have fine strands, but it's dense. So when it's in its natural state, if there isn't enough moisture, it's hard to comb through and take care of. So understandably, my mom would do a bit of the little bubbles and braid and everything here and there. But then my mom decided to perm and relax my hair with the Just For Me kids when I was 5. I think 5, if not 4, a little bit of 4, which is very, very, that's early on. That's really, that's a lot. Because if you don't know how a relaxer works, it basically permanently straightens the texture. There's a chemical change to your hair texture. So it permanently straightens it or softens the curl depending on the strength of the relaxer. And so,
or even how long you leave it on for your hair. The longer you leave it on.
But and there's the ones where it's normal and super. I was starting to use super as I got older. Oh man. But yeah, so as a kid, my mom would put that into my hair, and you know, her reasoning like, oh, it's to help make it easier to take care of. You know, you're always complaining and whining, da 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 da. So all the time, that's how my hair was styled. And you know, you look at the girls on the Just For Me, and you're just like, I want my hair curled like this. My mom would put the roller set in, and then I end up going to school on picture day at 5 years old in kindergarten, grade 1, looking like a cute little baby grandma. Like, I had a nice perm roller set. Like, it wasn't.
Talk to the boy. Wasn't cute or becoming? No, you were cute and becoming, but. The hairstyle, maybe not.
The hair was not. The hair was
you were cute and becoming though.
Like, it was not cute. And I just remember too, you're looking at all your friends again, because I grew up in a city. I grew up here where there isn't a lot of black people. So you're looking at your friends' hair where their hair is permed and their hair is just, it's just, you know, it flows as they run or as they move. And it's like, mine stays in place even when it's relaxed. You know, as we're getting older, you know, like, so in those early years, it's like a lot of braiding and putting it in bottles, and then it's like relaxed, and then just having it short, and then you're just trying your best to manage with your hair. And even when it's relaxed, I'm so annoyed because I shrug my shoulders. The hair just moves wherever you place it. You know, like it's on a bias. Like the hair's just on a bias out. It just wasn't. It was not cute or becoming. The hair, you know, like the hairstyles. And so also my mom was itching at some point. She was itching to shave my head again. So this was summer of grade 4. So I had finished grade 4. I was going into grade 5. So this was the summer. And I remember my hair, it had grown, but it was relaxed and permed, and it wasn't healthy. So there was a lot of breakage. Like, you know, where it's thick, you know, near the root, but then as it...
the over-processed hair was breaking.
Exactly, the over-processed hair. So there was honestly a lot of breakage. It was not in a good state. And so my mom was itching to shave my head again. I don't know why, because I have 2 younger brothers. She shaved their heads bald. And like, this is always a joke too, with African parents. They think you look their sons look the best, the freshest. When their head is shaved, bald, down to scalp, they're like, good, my boy, you look very good, you look smart. Like that's what it is, and then the boy is literally like
he just all he wants is to line up.
He wants to line up. My brothers didn't get me line up. So they were grown. Yeah, like you know, no. Dang. So yeah, my mom was itching to shave my head. So she was like, Debbie, you need to cut your hair because it's not growing, it's damaged, da da da. I don't know even how she convinced me, but she said, pass the clippers and put it on low level. The clippers were passed and it was on the low level. My mom, I don't even know how she convinced me, but she shaved my head. She shaved my head. And I remember looking in the mirror and being devastated. I just was so sad because it just like all confidence completely gone. Because I looked like my brothers. I was like, I'm a girl. I look like a boy. Like I don't look cute. Like this is terrible. Like my hair is so short. I was so sad about it. And I remember this is also the summer. You're going out. You're playing with friends. Anytime I went outside, helmet on. I wouldn't even care to wear a helmet.
Not a bike in sight.
Not a bike in sight. Just
wow.
But then you don't have your bike beside you, so it's not. Don't be suspicious now. Don't be suspicious. Like I'm gonna get on my. No, I literally was just wearing a helmet constantly all throughout the summer, constantly.
Dang.
Yeah, and then I remember closer to getting into grade 5, because also grade 5 is. That's
peak puberty. Like
you're
peaking,
you're peaking, changing. You know, like the little boobs are starting to develop.
Triangle boobs.
Little triangle boobs are starting to develop. Like my boobies were growing. They were formed. So yeah, I remember my hair had grown out a bit more, and I was like, well, Mom, you need to relax it again, like texturize it. So I went into grade 5, very short. Like she relaxed it. And it was just like a short texturized perm. And I had to live with it. Like I couldn't do anything about it. I would always wear headbands. It's just like, I looked like a little kid. I am a little, you are a little kid. It's just so funny because when you compare to kids now who are in grade 5 and stuff, my goodness, the way that they can, some of them dress, not all of them, but I just did not feel confident at all. Yeah. So anyways, that was when I started growing my hair out again. while still using perms, relaxers completely, or I should say relaxers completely. And then into like middle school, that's when I started like definitely perming my hair, but then also starting to get braids and you know, and cornrows and trying out cornrows, and also having the worst cornrow experience as well of life. I remember the woman did cornrows and my head looked like a crown, but not a good crown. It was literally, you know when they do the knots, because now the
braids are knotless now.
They're knotless, and the cornrows too. Like you have to start nice and thin, you know. Like
they're feed-ins, you know. You have to feed the hair in.
If you don't know, it's like you add more hair as you cornrow, so it gets thin and then goes thick. It just chef's kiss. It looks amazing. Then there was no technique. It was just you sit and you get it.
Braids.
Just braid. And then you're also getting braided by auntie.
Yeah. Not by fine cousin.
Not by the young cousin, by auntie. You know, an older woman. It's like she's doing her best. But yeah, the knots were huge. So it was just like a crown around my edges. And it was just so not cute. I remember just being like, what? Like I just had literally such bad luck with hair. It was so bad. Dang. But yeah, so that was my experience.
Dang.
So yeah, I definitely did not have a good relationship with my hair for a very long time.
Yeah.
How about you? Like, how was your journey? How was your young journey?
It's so crazy because like, I feel like as a kid, like there's like two sections of my life. It's like pre-Kitchener Waterloo and like post-Kitchener Waterloo. So like, so when I like lived in Toronto, because there was more kids that looked like me, I remember actually like loving my hair. Like I didn't really have issues with it. Like I always, like I feel like back then when I was like growing up, like Alicia Keys was popular, so I would like always love to get different braided styles, like different cornrows. Like my aunt had like friends that could braid, and she's like a younger aunt, so like that was always a good experience. And like like different barrettes and like boggles and stuff. But you would occasionally get like a blowout and like a press and curl, and like you would go in being like, I want it straight. That was like my worst thing. Like I would get a press and curl and I wanted it straight, and then my ends were bumped under like someone's church grandma.
Like literally
church
they
grandma.
have it straight. They're like just like they must by force curl it.
Bump it
and
under.
you're just like
you're sitting in the chair just like friggin' bawling.
And you have to wait till you get home to fix it. And reapply.
Or even back then though, I couldn't even
That's
fix
true.
it.
At that age, no,
at that age,
that's
we're
true.
just dealing with the bump.
Or high school, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, it would. I don't know. Like my hair was natural back then, so like my mom always took care of my hair. But then it wasn't until I moved to Kitchener that like because I think it was coupled with like peak puberty. Like I moved here in like grade 6. I was moving to a school that had people that were majority not black. Like there was not really people that looked like me. And I was coming to this school with like boggles and 4 braids, growing my little triangle boobs. Like just like I was just too big. I was too big to be rocking boggles. Like I was way too big to be rocking boggles. So I was so self-conscious, and my mom refused to let me relax my hair, like, which is good for, like, honestly, I look back now, I'm like, thank you.
And and nothing against relaxer, like,
but it's the technique, and it's like,
and the age,
I
feel like,
for sure. No, nothing against it at all. Like, you can have long, healthy, relaxed hair.
We're gonna talk about that because,
but yeah, so. It wasn't like my mom wouldn't allow me because she's just like, I'm the one who's dealing with your hair. You're not in no place to take care of it. I'm not doing that. So here I was with my big self in grade 6 to grade 7 actually. Grade 6 to grade 7 with my boggles and my 4 braids, and like abuse from my stepdad making fun of me and my braids coming through my helmet. Like just teasing, not actual abuse. But like it was crazy. So it wasn't until grade 8 when my mom was like, I had been begging her, like, let me relax. She finally caved in, and she's like, well, you're on your own. Like, I guess you're on your own.
Yeah.
The relaxer probably looked good the first day, and that was the beginning of the end. Like, because I had a flat iron, and I thought that my hair was the same as like my white counterparts. So I'm here shampooing, conditioning with like probably some like herbal essences, which does absolutely nothing.
It's not.
It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing but drying out your strands. So I was probably doing that, and then I was using some sort of like leave-in that didn't work with my hair.
It was not helping.
That wasn't helping. And then I was applying heat every single day. So I was frying my strands. Like my hair was just slowly dwindling away, like day by day. So yeah, that was grade 8. And then I guess going into high school, that's when I was in. So grade 8, like grad, my mom allowed me to glue in like a few tracks for my.
Give us some length and body.
Yes, a little bit of length and body for my grad. And I fell in love. So I was just like, no, mom, like grade 9, I need tracks. Like I need a partial sew-in. So she allowed me, and like that's when my weave addiction began. Like, and you honestly couldn't even tell me a thing. Like you could not tell me a thing about my weave. I was so cute in my eyes. Like, and like back then, like 2000, when was that? Like 2006 to like 2010 was when I was in high school. Like, if your bang didn't start on like the left side of your head and then end on the right, like were you like who were
side
you?
bangs had us
in a chokehold back
like everybody.
Oh my goodness.
The way the bang had to be over here, like everybody,
Craig.
Not just black people, everybody. The biggest tease, side bang. What?
I couldn't tease the tracks.
To this point, tracks. No, I never teased. No. I'm talking. You know, but you know who teased their tracks. Sorry, but what? To this day, I have a little bit of trauma. I've been doing a side part. Like I will like
you have to intentionally make sure it doesn't even cover.
I have to be very intentional about my side part now because if not, I'm like nah, nope.
It's giving 2009, and I'm traumatized.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like I literally remember. So my hair was still damaged, mind you, because I was still using heat. I still had relaxer with dead ends, like over-processed ends, over relaxed hair. Like that is a no-no if you use relaxer. You don't relax already relaxed hair. Yeah. Then introduced weave, and then I got bright, and I started introducing hair color. So on a bi-monthly basis, I was going from jet black to brown, back to jet black to brown, black, and then I'd add a little 613 blonde piece in my bangs. Like, you actually couldn't even tell me a thing.
Oh, Kia was stunting. I don't know. What? He was feeling herself.
You couldn't tell me a thing. So, but you know what? That wasn't enough, though. That actually wasn't even enough, because grade 11 hit, and I was like, I think I should bleach my hair and dye it fire truck engine.
I remember seeing you with this red hair. I remember one time coming out of the lunchroom, after the cafeteria into the lunchroom, and your hair it was just like, wow, like it was bright, it was red, bright red, like and it was nice, like it was sleek and it was nice, but it was just like you were like, whoa, bright. Yeah, it was bright. Yeah, I just Kia just like you can tell Kia was. Step to me. No business.
No, I always, now that you say that, I'm thinking of our friend Tashinga. Like, Tashinga we always crack up about this, because she's just like, I always would like look at you and laugh, and people would be like, oh wow, your hair is so bright, and you'd always be like, because I was a little dry back then, I'd be like, well, it's red, so what do you expect? Like, I would just get so annoyed. I'm just like, what do you expect? It's red.
It's so hilarious, because it's like you do the people who do like the things that it's like, look at me, and then when you look at them, they're like, excuse me? Yeah, let's Kia, look at me, and then like she'll do something like, look at me, I look amazing, and it's like, great, and then people are like, wow, I'm noticing, and she's like, excuse me, don't notice, relax. It's like,
but like, I don't want to be the center of attention. Like, I want to look nice, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's just understandable. Yes, understandable. But people are gonna say things.
No,
you know,
you're right. I've grown since then.
You have.
But yeah, but honestly, like that was honestly the beginning of the end of my strands once again. Like my hair was like I had jet black hair, and then I went to fire truck engine red. So by the end of grade 11, I probably had enough hair to cover my track. I had enough. Like, I remember flat ironing my hair and just strands like residing on the plates. Like, it was so bad. But yeah, and then I guess
knowledge back then,
and that's it too, because like we said, you can have healthy, relaxed hair. But I feel like, and even going into like our childhood, like there wasn't that much knowledge. Like I remember like grease and fine tooth comb, like kind of like
sulfurate. Oh, my mom. Sulfurate all in the skull.
And it was a little bit tingling.
Oh, it was a little tingling.
It's like stimulation.
And it's like, it smells like pillow. Oh, sulfurate.
Dang.
Really.
Dang. That is crazy. But yeah, like that was pretty much my hair journey in like high school. Like knowing I had no idea what I was doing. I just cared about it looking nice.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't care about the health of it at all.
And that's all. I feel like that's all children, like females especially at that age. We don't care. Because I remember I would see people with beautiful curly hair. Like women with, and they would constantly straighten it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, your hair is so beautiful curly. But they, like, you know, everyone struggles with like wanting what they don't have. The people with straight hair would want curly hair. People with curly hair wanted straight hair. We struggle with what we have and wanting what we don't have all the time. And so at that age, nobody's really taking care of their hair.
Nobody,
Bare minimum, if at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like that was pretty much it. And then I'll go into grade 12 a little more. Well, actually no, I can go into it now. It's kind of like the beginning of like my natural hair journey, but that took place more so like during university and like adulthood. So like grade 12, as I mentioned, my friend Tashinga, like 2009, I feel like the like natural hair community was like starting to boom.
Oh yeah, on YouTube especially.
Definitely.
YouTube was where, YouTube was definitely booming
at that point.
For us especially.
Yeah. And I remember my friend Tashinga, like she started going natural and like she inspired me because I was just like first of all, she's just, if you know Tashinga, like she's just so petite and cute. Beautiful and cute.
Yes.
So like it just looks so good on her. Like and I was just like, oh, like you look so good. Like
she could pull off literally any short hair. Like if my mom sculpted her, she would still look like Tashinga looks incredible.
Yeah.
Any short hairstyle, she can pull it off.
Honestly.
Amazingly. If I did it, I'd be looking like Auntie Bimbo. I'd be looking like an auntie. Like, no, I would not. I can't pull it off. Her?
Yeah, but no, Tashinga from back then too, and then like it just works with her. So like she just looked amazing. But honestly, at that point, like I said, my hair was done for. So I was like, well, I might as well just stop relaxing while I wear these weaves. So this was like when I started growing my transitioning. So I was wearing weaves still, but I was growing out my relaxer. So that's when that started. But yeah, she inspired me and I'm thankful for that.
Yes.
But yeah, what about you? What did high school hair look like for you? I remember what high school hair looked like for you.
You say what I'm gonna say. Say first and I'll go.
So I remember back in the day, like I feel like this was like the end of high school for you. Like when like either you had left or like I don't know. Anywho, it was the end of high school and like you had the short hair. And I remember on Facebook, we had each other on Facebook, and your friend commented, "Miss Debbie." Like Debbie was inspired by Carrie Hilson.
I was so inspired by Carrie Hilson and Rihanna. Those two all the time because the short. Oh.
No, sorry. I actually just came like something
I
remember for remembrance.
Please.
Okay, I remember because Debbie's a year older than me. So in high school, Debbie was graduated and I was in grade 12. So Debbie came back to stunt on us peasant grade 12 for an assembly.
Why?
An assembly, okay? Debbie came back to stunt on us peasant grade 12s, okay?
I really was telling you that.
Okay, Debbie entered the gymnasium with a scarf on her head, a curly bang covering the eye, and like walked on the bleacher. Hi guys. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. That was so funny to me. But that's what I remember. That's the hair I remember you with.
I blocked that out. I blocked it out. It's not. Doesn't compute. Oh, but no,
it was funny. But yeah,
absolutely.
What's your hair like?
So in high school. Going into high school, this is where you're also thinking like, dang, high school, you gotta try and look your best. And I literally had barely any knowledge on my hair very well. Like I did not know much about taking care of my hair. I was doing the best that I could with the knowledge I had. So it was like a lot of braids. And I remember getting weaves where I had leave out. Oh my god. Braids with leave out and it just not making sense. Like my hair would be relaxed and then growing out and it just was
braids with leave out?
No, sorry. Sorry, natural hair. Relaxed hair.
Okay, got it.
My apologies. Relaxed hair with leave out. Sorry, weave with leave out. Can I get my words together? Yes, I can. So weave with leave out and it just not looking cute. Like just not. Oh, it was just so not cute. So I think I got to a point where it's like, you know what? Let me just rock short hair. So I definitely got started in getting a full weave where my whole head braided and then like cornrowed and then a weave sewn in where it would, and then the hairdresser, she would always cut it for me nice and short bob. I would do that all the time. Those are not even cute. Oh man. Oh wait. Man. Not cute. And then I started where I was like relaxing my hair. I was not at all in like the natural, like I was not even thinking about that, but it was relaxing my hair and then getting my hair cut short into like a short kind of pixie cut with tracks in the front for added volume. Tracks in the front, but tracks also in the back.
No.
Oh yeah, the tracks were not only in the front for the leave out. The tracks sometimes would go into the back. The tracks would be like, so side part, bang, a little bit of blonde, a little bit of track in the back, hair relaxed, combed out like my hairdresser would do. I honestly, I actually really liked her because she was genuinely so nice, but that's how my hair was done. So definitely.
For back then, it looked good though.
Yeah, honestly, some of the pictures, like I have one picture that I remember, like my that's probably my favorite picture of myself when I was in high school, that I'm like, okay, it looked actually pretty cute. But the hair, like, it's just a lot of upkeep. It's just a lot, like, always having to go and relax and all of this, and it not feeling like it's, I don't know. So yeah, the pixie cut though was definitely, like, it went from the weave, the short bob weave, to pixie cut with tracks in, and then that definitely went into uni. Because I remember in uni thinking I thought I was the boss. I thought I was doing something new with this curly, like, literally was it Carrie Hilson really who did that, or what? I can't remember who had that, but inspired me. But I'd be like, here, this is what I want.
You always have to bring your celebrity photo to the hairdresser.
You had to.
Did you actually go to the hairdresser if you didn't?
Honestly, it was always Carrie Hilson and Rihanna, because that was the time when they were doing the short hair. So I would always, and then when you see them, and then you look at yourself when they did it, and you're like, not exactly what I was hoping for, but okay, it works. So yeah, that was that, and then braids. Like that was, so basically on rotation was braids, weave, and then the short pixie cut kind of thing, and then going into university. So yeah, university. That was, again, a lot of the pixie cut and everything. I would do braids on occasion. I was scarred a lot from getting cornrows.
The crown cornrows?
The crown cornrows, and like even friends trying to do cornrows and like not doing it really well, or people just not doing it well. So I was kind of scarred from cornrows. I was like, nope. But I always would get braids done as my, Oh, and in high school, I remember when the older girls, like when I was in grade 9, grade 10, and the older older black girls were getting wigs. And I remember being like, I am never getting a wig. That will never be me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. No. 2 years, 3 years later,
AliExpress. Like literally.
Like what?
No.
The wigs? The wigs actually honestly helped me when I did transition into natural.
Right. Sorry, before you transition from wigs, talking about wigs in high school. Oh my gosh, I remember my friend at the time, like literally cussing me. Because like like you said, a few people started wearing wigs in high school. Like that was like the introduction to like the lace fronts.
Yeah.
And I remember
the very bad lace fronts.
The very bad ones. And like I was the same as you. I was like, never in my life is one of those touching my head. Like, are you crazy? So I remember my friend came into the lunchroom once, and like she's like, "Hi, Kia," and I'm just like, she's giving me eye contact, and I'm
eyes
like,
are here.
She's like, "Kia, what's your problem?" Like, look me in my eyes, like I know you're looking at my wig, and I'm just like, sorry, like but I could see it.
Yeah, and you know what? To this day. You like when people are looking at you, and like sometimes you can get like a little, because you want to make sure it looks like scalp.
Exactly.
Like scalp. You want it to look like scalp. You want it to look chef's kiss. And sometimes it doesn't always happen,
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen, and then you see people, or sometimes not even that. You can't be bothered.
Like
sometimes you can't be bothered to even lay it, and you're just like in your room, in your bathroom where the lighting is subpar. You're like, okay, that looks pretty good. You go out natural sunlight, and it's like wig. It literally should say wig. W-I-G wig. Yo, and that's ball caps were my best friend. Oh man, I was always wearing. I have too many hats because it's just convenient. Like I don't feel like laying my edges and laying my wig down. Hat on. So yeah, so going into university, again, it was a lot of the short hair and then also alternating between braids. Right. But because we were closer, I remember you encouraging me to embrace the natural hair and just kind of like, okay, embrace that, Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking about it, and also, again, it was a lot of talk on like YouTube. You'd be on YouTube and hear about like going natural, and you would see people at school and like with ABS, like which was like the basically like the Black Society Club at
Yeah.
the university I went to. So yeah, it was just kind of more encouraged. So I was like, okay. So the girl who said she was never getting a wig was like, wig time. Like that was my chance, because I was like, okay, I need a wig in order to leave my hair underneath and let it grow.
Right.
And leave it. So that's when I started wearing wigs, and that's when the wigs.
Pictures from my 19th birthday will never see the light of day.
Let's see, but stop right there.
No, because I vividly see it in my brain.
I see it too.
I see your wig, and I see my James Brown curl. Like, I'm so angry. I'm so angry.
The wig was wigging. The wig was wigging. The crown, it was another crown. When we're saying crown, when it's a natural hairline, look like what is this perfect curl? Like
it was moon. It was moon.
It was mooning. It was a moon. Yeah, like a moon crown. Like you. Like it was just.
It's okay. We've come a long way.
Oh, we've come a long way, and like also, there's again not a lot of knowledge on the best kinds of.
Yeah,
and,
it was
like
still
learning.
new.
Yeah, learning how to do it on
new.
your own. So. Yeah, university was that, and then also like learning about the hair textures, and so I won't even lie, I did not love my hair. I didn't like my hair texture at all. And one thing I really hated on YouTube was just the natural hair community basically being like, in a title of their video, watch me take care of my 4C hair. I'm like, okay, click. The hair is not 4C. Like, I'm looking at them like, this looks nothing like my hair.
No, because you know what it is? Their hair is dry.
Their hair is dry.
And they're combing it from here to here instead of here to here.
Starting at the ends and moving up.
Don't be disrespectful to people who actually have beautiful 4C hair because you don't want to take care of your hair.
And that's the thing.
Like, that's what it is.
Yes, and then I basically understood that they are equating difficulty and struggle with their hair to mean
texture.
4C. That's literally all I took from them. I'm like, you're equating the struggle with your hair with 4C. They literally did not have 4C hair. They would literally have 3C, 4A.
Yeah.
Like they would have much looser. Like they're not blind. You can see it. So
Yeah.
that was incredibly frustrating. And don't get me wrong. There's so much more to just like your hair texture and like the curl or whatever. Like I understand now my hair is coily, not curly, and so I understood what that meant. But then it's also okay. Is your hair fine? What is the other thing? Like how much moisture?
Porosity.
Porosity.
Like, is it high porosity or low porosity?
So yeah, then there would be people who may actually have 4C hair, but it's just depending on the porosity of their hair, or if their hair is fine or actually thick strands. Like there's so much to it. But I just remember it was so frustrating to me. I really could not stand. It just made me dislike my own hair more, because it's like they're saying like this and that, like this is like how to take care of the hair, it's so easy, and it's not. It's like you're not even showing my hair texture. And when you finally do come across a random person who's taking care of the hair and you're learning, like that's when I kind of experimented with braid outs a little bit, but not really liking the outcome. And so again, just wigging it out, just wigging it out. And even we would have conversations, like it's like, oh, Debbie, you could do any your hair.
No, because I know the idea. The idea of finessing natural texture had me in a chokehold back then too. Like I literally was blindsided by certain YouTube channels too, because I was just like, oh yeah, anybody's hair can do that, but it's not true. And I had to learn that lesson myself too. And it's just like, no, Kia, you have type 4 hair. It's not gonna do what
a type 3
type 3 hair is gonna do. It's not gonna do the same thing. And that actually at one point that brought frustration for myself too, because I'm just like, okay, so what the heck am I gonna do? I don't know, but
it's a lot.
Grew to love it, but I also just had to realize no, everybody if your hair texture is different, or your density, your porosity, whatever it is, you are gonna have to deal with it differently.
Yeah, and that's okay. Because let's not, because the hair community, it had a lot of highs and lows, a lot of highs and lows, a lot of good information and a lot of bad information, and just there's so much with the YouTube hair community and just the natural hair community. There was so much, because it's telling you that all hair textures can basically do the same thing with a lot of with different kinds of manipulation, and it's that is absolutely not true. That's not true. My 4C hair is actually not going to do those things.
No.
what I need to be told is how do I make sure my hair is moisturized and healthy.
Right.
Like that's actually what I need to be told. Like how do I make sure my hair is actually healthy and it has enough moisture, because that's the key that you've come to find out is that your hair needs a lot of moisture in order for it to be healthy and strong and all of that. So yeah, it was just a lot of frustrations, but like trying to transition and then kind of coming to disappointment when you do take out the wig and unbraid your hair and then thinking it had grown to a certain length and it didn't, or like it was kind of growing. Like, I don't know, I would just have moments where I was like expecting my hair to just be like, and it was like, but then also understanding that because my coils were so tight, like the shrinkage is real. Like you stretch it out, like it was growing. It actually was growing. It just took time.
Like type 4 hair grows out, it doesn't grow down.
It doesn't grow down.
And it's also realizing and recognizing that as well. Like, and it will look different depending on how tight your coils are.
Of course, yeah. And when you're so used to also like you were talking about pressing. Like I remember I was always pressing down my hair when I had my little pixie cuts, and just like just hearing the crackle.
You smell the products,
and you see the smoke.
Oh,
I was like, no, I can't do. Like, it's like it was good that I was embracing my natural hair, because I was like, ooh, sizzling my hair like bacon is not good.
It's not.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So it was. I still didn't love my texture, even though I was going natural. I wasn't loving it.
Fair. Yeah, that's honest. Yeah.
How about you?
The university, right? Yeah. So during university, like I was still I started transitioning in grade 12. So my first year of university, I was still transitioning, and I wore like weaves the whole time. So by the summertime of my first year of university, I was like, it's been a year now. Like it's gonna be great. I'm cutting off these ends. I'm cutting off these relaxed ends. And like I vividly remember, I went in my grandma's bathroom and I like bought shears from Sally's and everything. I'm like, I don't want to like frame my ends with regular paper scissors. I'm gonna buy shears. So I bought shears and I cut off my relaxed ends, and I literally bawled my eyes out. I bawled my eyes out in her bathroom because I hated how I looked. I absolutely hated how I looked, and I was like, I felt like I looked 12 years old. Like I felt like I was, because what was I, like 18 at that point? I felt like I looked 12 years old.
You're trying to step out looking grown at this point. You're really trying to look grown and sexy.
Ew. I know.
That's what you're trying to do.
I know, but it's facts though. And then I was just like, no, I was like, I hated how I looked. And I realized it's because I was so used to wearing straight weave for so long. I wore straight weave for so long, so it's just like, it wasn't that my hair looked bad, but I just wasn't used to it.
You have to rewire your brain and how you saw yourself.
Exactly. I just wasn't used to it. So, like I said, that was the summertime, and like that's when I actually started experimenting more with like braid outs and stuff, and I found that was like my style. But then I would also alternate between like braids, like single braids or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
definitely that was for sure. University was definitely like a lot of getting twists. I was always queen of getting twists. Yeah. And I actually did love that. I did love that. Yeah.
And braids, like it was also really helpful too, because like I would work out all the time. So it's just like especially with not like growing natural and like learning my hair texture, it's like it's convenient. I need this out of my face. Yeah. And so that was really helpful. So I would alternate between that, like maybe the odd weave here and there or whatever. But then it was, I started getting the hang of my natural hair, and then it was third year, I remember. This is like when it was expertise at this point. Like my hair was flourishing. It had grown so long. Like I was obsessed with it. And like I would like buns, braid outs, like straighten, blah, blah, blah. Like I loved my hair. And then obviously like still like alternating braids or whatever to like protect it. But then it's like some sort of spirit of sabotage took over me. And I was just like, hey, I should bleach my hair blonde. And I had already like dyed it jet black at that point. So like I wasn't like dyeing my like virgin hair blonde. I was bleaching jet black hair. This is before Olaplex and all of that. So oh my goodness. I started on that process, and I remember liking it, like how it looked.
It was cute.
Yeah.
I mean, the color, the one transition color.
The first transition color, orange.
It needed a little toner.
It needs some toner. But I remember like the end product, like actually liking the blonde, but my hair was dead. Like my hair was dead. I remember like having to like put my hair in a bun and use two hands, and then once it was blonde, like just taking my hair in one and like just the hand like closing over the strands, and I was just like, whoa, this hair is done for.
Oh, that's not a good feeling.
It was done. Like the coil pattern what coil pattern? Like I had no curl pattern at that point anymore. And like it was such a disappointment because it was just like, why did I do this? Now I have to start from scratch all over again.
Wow, like, especially when you got to that point. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I had to start from scratch all over again. So I remember like having that color for like 2 months and then going back to the like this hairstylist and being like, put me back to brown, because like she dyed me back brown, and then like literally I was just cutting it off like slowly and then braids again. So yeah, like it wasn't fun. Like I mean I experimented or whatever, but like definitely that was a setback for me.
Yeah, no, totally understandable. Totally understandable. And then like into adulthood now, like there have been definitely ups and downs. Like I've come to love my, like of course I have moments I'm like, ugh, like my hair's not doing what I want it to do. But then I have definitely come to where I'm like, wow, I actually I love the, like when my hair is wet and moisturized, like I love my coils and everything. Like I'm actually coming to love that, and I'm coming to just kind of embrace the different styles that I can do, because I think I was so scarred from really bad hair experiences that I just stayed away from any of those things and just did what I consistently
did what you knew looked good. Like you went back to like your old faithful.
Exactly. But then now I'm like, no, let me experiment with doing, different kinds of cornrows now, because now there's hairstyles that really know what they're doing. And, it
might be Hunger Games to book them though.
Oh.
But they know what they're doing. We participate in the games.
We participate, but it's so the hoops, the things you have to do just to book an appointment sometimes with a hairdresser is annoying. Like you pay your deposit, okay, sure, and then it's like make sure your hair is washed, cleaned, no leave-in, and it's like, but in order when I'm putting heat, like blow drying, I need to like protect it. So it's like you're getting these styles, and they're not even really protective hairstyles. Essentially, they're kind of just like literally, honestly, for convenience. Sometimes like convenience, and for it to look really, you're going somewhere, so you want it to look cute. The amount of like, it's just so much sometimes. And then if you're late by 5 minutes, it's an additional amount of money. If you're late by this much, it's this much money. But then if they're late, nothing.
That's fine. They'll just eat jerk chicken over your head, like nothing.
So honestly, the amount of hairstylists, like that will make or break your experience. Honestly, with even how you care for your own hair, or because sometimes some of these hairdressers would be like, oh my gosh, your hair is so thick, like, but not in a way like it's thick in a good way. Like they're just like complaining, and then it's like, yeah, I know, come on, but yeah, like it's just so frustrating when they are just also rude. Like the rude hairdressers. Those rude hairdressers.
It's like, wait, am I the client? Or,
like it's such bad customer service. Like you're literally on the phone, loud, like what? And you know what? That's fine if you can multitask, as long as you're doing my hair well. But like they're just rude. They're combing through the hair rough. They're just not really personable. Yeah. And then like, they're the ones who are late. They say that they're going to charge you if you're late. You're there on time. They're like 10, 15, 20 minutes late, and there's no charge or anything. And I'm not confrontational. Like sometimes I don't even say anything, but then I'm like, I should. Yeah. Like just, oh my gosh. And then, but when they do, like the thing is they always do a good job.
You always come out feeling yourself.
Wow. Oh my God. Or they say, I remember a hairdresser once saying, I got cute, like two like cornrow, I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, I got my hair done, and she said like a deposit takes away from the total price of the hair, like whatever the price is. So if it's like $100, if you pay a deposit of $20, that means there's $80 remaining. I remember I paid my deposit. So as an example, she was saying, $100, and I was like, but I paid my deposit. And then she was just doing some type of gymnastics trying to explain how it wasn't actually it. And I'm not confrontational. And this was years ago. Now I would be like, well, no, that's not what it means. Like I would speak up for myself. I didn't then, but then I just paid it. But it left a really bad taste in my mouth, because I was like, you were kind of rude. And now you're trying this. I'm like, thankfully my hair looks really, really good right now. But not a fan.
And that's why if those experiences like make you so grateful for the good ones, because shout out to Denise. Like,
yes,
Denise at V Hair. Like honestly, just coming across her like over these past few years. Like first of all, actually even before going into that, like as an adult, like I feel like it was the same for you. Like I got to a point where, yeah, I just really started to love my hair and the versatility of it, and like really got comfortable. Like that was really important for me, getting comfortable, liking how I looked, whether I was wearing extensions or with my natural hair. Like that was so super important. And then that coupled with like a stylist like Denise, oh my goodness. I remember the first time like sitting in her chair and I was like, is she doing my hair or is she combing clouds? Like I don't feel anything. Like she's so gentle.
Denise.
She was so gentle.
We love you. We love you. No, honestly.
No.
She made the experience, like because prior to having like, you know, the hair treatment and having that all done, I had an experience where it wasn't good at all. Lathes, just not like, you know, miscommunication, but it was just not a good experience. And then to her, she's like young, she's incredibly friendly, she's so nice, she cares about your hair, combs through it, takes her time. You just feel, I just love it. It's just like such good self-care. It just feels so good having your hair done and cared by someone who you can feel and can tell genuinely cares about your hair as well. Absolutely love. Like I will go to her now forever, as long like
don't ever leave your position,
please. Please. Like, oh, she was just so amazing, amazing. But also, like, being honest, there's moments where in adulthood where you're just like, I hate my head. I mean my hair. I have had moments where I want to shave my hair again. Where I was like, I'm gonna perm my hair. I'm gonna relax it, because like from university, I've been natural, and I've had those moments where like I'm gonna relax my hair and just that's that, or I'm gonna just shave my head. There have been moments where I almost became my mother. Pass me the clippers. Pass me the clippers. I very close many times, but. This is just reality. Yeah. Everyone has bad hair days.
For sure.
Bad hair weeks. Bad hair months.
Guys, why do you think I'm wearing a scarf today? Not me having a bad hair day on a hair day. Like, I'm not wearing this for fashion. I just made it fashion.
It's cute though.
Oh, thank you.
It looks very good, girl.
Thanks. But it's a bad hair day today.
Oh,
the audacity.
I hate that.
But yeah, like everybody has a bad hair day, and it's just realizing like that doesn't. Like you're still cute. Like you're still fine. Like it doesn't take away from your identity and humanity. Like you'll get over it. Yeah.
And then also like it's okay. And I think a big thing about the natural hair community was like trying to kind of low key bash those who wanted to get relaxers or whatever. There's nothing wrong. Like at this point in my life now, I'm doing what. My goal is I actually do want my natural hair to flourish. I do want to take care of it, so I'm learning about different things that I can do where I don't relax it, but I want it to be easier to take care of. So like a keratin treatment, whatever. I'm doing those things, taking care of my hair, experimenting with other things. I enjoy having, wearing wigs. I enjoy getting braids. I enjoy whatever. I enjoy the convenient. Like I'm doing what is going to help my hair grow, but also what is convenient and where I feel most confident. So it's like I'm spending the money and I'm doing what I can to make myself feel good and be happy with the way I look, and I need to be comfortable and of course have the knowledge. You need to understand how to take care of your hair.
For sure. And we have so many resources for that, like which I'm super grateful for. Like as much as we say like sometimes the natural hair community can be like they're a bit
confusing.
It's confusing. But when you do find those people who actually like suit your needs and like give you tips that actually pertain to your hair, it's a good experience.
Of course.
It's a good experience and it's very helpful.
Absolutely, because they give so much information. Like there's so much information. Like before it was like, oh, LOC method, the lock method, or LCO method.
Putting
like
1,000 products on your head top.
Oh, the amount of products I would with the braiding, doing braid outs, the amount of products I would put in, and then feeling like I'm thinking my hair is gonna feel so moisturized even by the end of the week, and then at the end of the week my hair is still feeling dry, and I'm like, what is going on? And then like finding out new information, like there's always new information, which can be very confusing and annoying sometimes, hence why you have to do what works for you, because there's other people who put a bunch of products and their hair is flourishing. Mine was not flourishing like that, so I had to come, like now it's a lot less products, washing the hair, like doing whatever I need to do, make sure it's having a lot of moisture, and now I'm like, okay, I'm figuring it out. I'm more content with that.
And once you actually find the things that work for you, it's fun. Like the journey becomes fun. So
yes, absolutely. Like it's lovely. It's lovely. Yeah. So I think that's basically it with the hair experiences and just like hair journey. So definitely let us know what your hair journey is like. If you're natural, if you're relaxed, if your head is bald, shaved, whatever it is. Let us know what your hair journey has been like, what you've experienced, bad hairdressers. good ones. And yeah, let us know on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever you can leave a comment essentially. And yeah, we wanted to just kind of have a more easygoing discussion because I feel like you said, the last couple of episodes have been a bit more
very vulnerable.
Yeah, like it's so funny because we look at you know, you're looking at the footage and editing the footage, and you can just see the difference in your countenance and the way you're moving, and you're just like, ooh. But it's like,
post this and never rewatch it.
Yeah, I do not like rewatching myself at all. But yeah, it's just, this is easier. This is fun because we're just having fun talking and like reminiscing. And yeah. So yes, anyways, thanks so much for joining us on this episode. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.